First thing that you want to do is create a custom event. Let's just call this PP start up, and you want to add process component, drag off of here and do get settings, and then set members in post process settings, and you want to find depth of field, which is mobile. Alright, here's what you want these here. So you want f-stop, you want let's see what else is here. Not these, I want those now. Depth of field. You also want focal distance and sensor width. So set the sensor width to say 144, f-stop to be 0.8, and this focal distance can be whatever. This is just creating it, so this does not matter. But I'm going to create it to a variable that we will be using later. Just be focal distance. Yeah. Let me just put that there. And now we create another event, which is set depth of field. So now we want to line trace by channel, get the camera's world position, so get world location, put that into the start. You want a bit of room for this, and now get forward vector times it by a lot. So I'm just going to do 10,000, and then plus vector with end. Go off here, branch. If false, set focal distance to something really high. Let's just do 10,000. And if true, then break hit result. Let's move that here. We want location, get distance, no, vector length. Is this it? No, wait, what am I looking for? XY. Oh, it was distance, I was correct. Okay, there you go. So you want it from the trace start to location, and set focal distance to that, and just over here right click return value and promote to variable. Let's just call this post process component. Oopsies, capital O. There we go. Just plug that into here, and now back here we can get the component. We can copy this and paste that here. Now all the settings here really do not matter whatsoever, because this here is constantly changing. So we just plug that to here, and then the focal distance can be there. You don't really need this, but it might come in handy later on. Like, you can just plug that to here. You don't need a variable. Okay, now that all that is done, on begin play you want to add the PP start up, and then off of event tick you want to set DOF. And I'm just going to quickly remove this model. Now this is sort of horrible for first person shooters because it will just blur the gun, so you might want some shader that will fix that. Alright, now it focuses on where I'm looking. So I have a couple objects over here that we could look at. So you see everything around the back is blurred, and the closer I get to it, the more it focuses on that spot. So if I start to move back, a lot more things get less blurry. So So if I move closer, you see Suzanne the Blender Monkey there. It just gets very fuzzy. And the problem about this though is this model has complex collision enabled, so the collision is basically the mesh, and it's that way the camera can actually focus nicely on it. I will show you now that if it was not like that, so you see collision's very accurate, if it was just simple, it wouldn't focus on the mesh, it focuses on that actual collision. So it focuses a little weirdly, like I'm looking here but it's not focused there. That's because the collision sort of wraps around it weirdly. So if you have big detailed objects, try and make some custom collision for it that will stop this issue. But yeah, that's it. If I go up here, I can focus on just the barrel and everything else will be blurry. Yeah, depth of field.